cast spells without igniters. What was that?
We'll have our answers first. Did you
Look around you, lad. Where would I keep the victims? Besides, I'm but one man. Kidnapping on the scale you suggest would be damn near impossible.
You're saying you were framed? This case even reached the capital, you know. Why would anyone pin such horrors on an innocent man?
Innocent is more generous than most of the world sees me. A Ujif drifter, a disgraced knight condemned by the Sanctists. What couldn't they pin on me? They cast me out, stripped my titles, and put a price on my head. They would even refuse me the right to mourn my child.
And thus, you held back against us, didn't you? You never intended to take our lives. Or perhaps you could not bring yourself to kill a young man.
Just didn't want to make a mess I'd have to clean up.
What do you think? Is Heisme really our kidnapper?
I don't think he's the culprit.
I agree. That being said, it is also hard to imagine the town that 'twas the Holy Lady who named the price, and the guard captain who thereby took it to the capital. To end...
You think they must have had a reason to suspect?
Sounds to me like between the Guard Corps and Heisme, one of them. Remember when we first arrived? We almost got killed by a beast they told us would be asleep.
You cannot be suggesting the Guard Corps set us up. Absurd! No, it defies all reason. They went to such lengths to place the request.
So you think I'm the one lying?
Like I said, we don't make assumptions. If there's anything else you know, we're listening.
You're a strange lot. Fine. Investigate this as you see fit. And if you think I'm guilty by the end of it, put me in chains. What's the matter? Never tied up a captive before?
Give it a rest, old man. You'll make a better guide than a captive. Otherwise, the human makes a meal of us, and no...
A strange lot indeed. And...
Ugh, don't remind me. Sorry, but you'll have to bear with us.
Don't mind me.
If the charges prove false, you should be cleared. Still, we'll have to find a new head to be judged for the competition.
Then we'll just find whoever's actually behind it and have their head instead. Let's contact Barden tomorrow, but we'll keep quiet about Heisme.
What are we going to do with Heisme tonight?
Steady on! You're not leaving me to watch our bout...
Fine. Then Nurus and I can both watch him tonight.
Never would have guessed that the bounty hunting was part of this plan to take the throne. And further, you've a Lady of the Knighthood with you. Not to mention command of a gauntlet runner. I sense there's more to this story,
The truth is...
Luis, the monstrous child himself, eh? So you're not just grasping at power. You've got convictions. But now the throne's in anyone's reach, eh? Suppose the king's magic wasn't just a myth. Well, hardly matters to an old codger like me. No telling if I'll even live to see the next king crowned.
This is all jolly cheerful. And I'm to be stuck between these two old goats the whole night.
Don't blame me, lad. You volunteered.
Those are some sharp ears. We should probably watch our words in here. Hey!
What you wanna... Oh, I bear good tidings. Here's the real skinny. You got a right, Gem.
Ever...
I'm in trouble now.
Gone to shite, this has.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I dreamed we were being chased around by a horde of giant sandworms. I barely got any rest at all. I hope Heismay behaved himself in the Gauntlet Runner. We should go check on him later. We also need to get some information out of Barden. But how do we even bring it up?
Are you awake? Barden just sent word. A few children
Wait, but Heismay's in the... If he's still bound there, that basic... We need to get to the runner, quick! Where's Stroll?
Speak, man. He reeks of alcohol.
Heismay was blathering on about some things I found.
Wow.
You witless... Ah!
Now, what's all the commotion?
Ah, that was it! He kept scaring me, so I stuffed him into the lavatory to shut him up.
He says that like it makes sense. Does it make sense to you?
He doesn't drink and drive, does he?
If you dare touch a single drop on the road, I'll toss you off the runner's back,
Anyway, one thing's for sure. Heismay was tied up the whole time, so he never set foot outside, right?
What's all this about frightening Eurus? I cannot imagine you suddenly felt compelled to share ghost stories.
I heard some strange sounds last night. I could tell they were footsteps, but not any I recognized. If it had anything to do with the disappearance of the residents, it could prove my innocence. That's why I spoke up.
I don't think he's lying. With all that fog, I couldn't find the source of the footsteps, but I found plenty of something else. Children's shoes. It was after midnight. No time for children to be out and about. I had the shoes checked at the guard.
Then 'tis likely those footsteps belong to your troop.
But the guard said no one left town last night.
Nobody left? But that must mean the culprit is...
Inside the town?
Logically, yet.
If that's the case, I'd like to talk to Barden, but...
If you ask me, it's time to lay out all you know. Taking me with you might help your case, too.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To bring you before the very man responsible for the bounty on your head, I trust I need no...
Risk or not, the real culprit's likely one of their own. If you hide... You all had it right. It's time I faced reality.
Heismay.
Whatever the case, let's meet with Barden.
Well, I must say I couldn't...
Something wrong? You don't look...
No, it's nothing. Just surprised you caught him. Aye, you have my thanks.
Before that, I want to ask you one question. Why was...
One of the guard witnessed. On the night of the kidnappings, I spotted a Ujif bolting into the wilderness. Several times. I'm telling you, what are the chances of there being two Ujif brigands?
Strange. I don't recall the kidnapper's tribe being listed on the bounty poster. Even the captain seemed surprised, yet you alone knew that.
He's obviously our culprit.
Most strange. Heismay was already in our custody yesterday. In other words, the kidnappings of last night cannot be his doing.
Is this true? Captain, I'm one of yours, aren't I? You're not gonna trust this little red-eyed bastard over me, are you?
There's also the testimony from the guard at the gate. He reported no one coming or going from the city.
You scabby bounty hunters think you can mock the guard corps like this? Just take your damn blood money and get the hell out of here!
Fine, fine. Keep your hair on.
Is there a problem here?
Was that... Did you hear it, lad?
No.
Now I see your
Heismay!
Find him! Secure...
No good. He's nowhere to be found.
I got the impression he sensed something.
I think Barden's innocent in all this. The real scumbag here is he framed Heismay with a false eyewitness testimony. Must have figured an exiled Eugif would be a...
So Morris, a would-be god of the people, has been kidnapping the residents and selling them off.
Could be. And there's also those footsteps that old Heismay heard.
Nurus is bound to have sobered up by now, right?
Are you coherent yet? I didn't take you as the sort to fall so hard into your cups.
Well, an icy bath.
And tell us again what happened last night. It may be our only clue to...
Bloody. It wasn't just Heismay's reports that shook me. It was right after I slung Heismay into the bathroom. Out the window, I saw... It wasn't any beast or man of this world. It was a dark messenger, I tell you. A specter from... It was like the horrors of every fairy story from my schoolboy days sprung to Stygian life. I was shaken, chums. Shaken to my core. I cried out for help, grabbed for something to steady myself, and all I found was the...
There. You're all right now.
Even if there is some monster behind this, how would it connect with Morris? I don't see why he would be compelled to hide this to the extent of framing Heismay.
True. Let's try investigating the lady's old castle. Heismay's bound to have a reason for bolting off like that.
Fie. Evidently.
Got to say,
What folly. The truth is...
it's absurd.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm in your debt.
And so? But then... Is that right then?
Isn't that...
What is it?
Ready?
Let's go.
However...
Keep your wits about you.
It's all clear.
Come on, get the bait moving already. That thing goes out of control. We'll be dinner.
You can't run from us!
Please. Help.
The child yet...
Out of your jurisdiction now, aren't you? You're trespassers down.
If you've got something to say it to our faces. Even you must feel the weight of what you've done.
Eyes up. Something stirs in the back.
Are these the monsters we have?
No, further back.
The bigger that beast back there grew, the more its watchdogs started changing with it. One of them's gonna make a meal of it.
What has been happening here?
Why? Because premium bait's worth a fortune. I couldn't live on the wages of a guardsman forever.
You kidnap children for money? You utter scum!
This from a bloody-eyed Eugene. Look to your own sins, sir. You weren't just stripped of your knighthood. You were exiled. You're a coward who's been living in the hole you deserve. Didn't pretend you can play at justice now. You foil!
No, 'tis true in part. Tis why I stand here now. I ran from my past and turned away from my pain. You prey on innocent lives. Your sin will be repaid. Yet I cannot condemn you alone. Not when I could not see past my own suffering. Not when I locked myself away to be alone with my pain!
O lodestar, who falters in memory, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Choose? My choice is already made. You can't erase your past. All you can do is take it in hand and reshape your future.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. O lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
I am Haisme Noctul. I believe the arc of life depends not upon birth. By these hands, soiled or sinless, I fight! Apologies, but I cannot do this alone.
Go! Rip them apart!
On guard! Morris, you will not escape!
What's going on? He just started fighting with us. And even he awakened to his power.
Perchance 'tis through your influence that this power passed to him, Captain?
Oh, is this what Moore was talking about?
Young man, you seem the most adept with this magic. I will strike at your direction, if you might spare it. Rest assured, I once stood among the Shadow Guard, and the years have not dulled my edge. Renegade, witness our secret technique! I must... Some darker arts!
Let's make an end of it!
Tis yours.
You will taste justice!
With a single fist, I shape our future. Not allies together! Oh, power of heroes! I crush you! Only a flesh wound.
I'm all prepared.
Strike true!
No holding back! Not good.
Don't get sloppy, Captain.
I show no mercy!
Now, I call upon royal power within! Be frozen!
You hit their weak point.
Observe the enemy. Come! Shatter! Worthy foe after
Let's
all.
stay calm. Come forth, royal soul! Flare!
Face me! Rancor!
Not bad. I'll strive for greater heights.
I shall strive to use this power wisely.
Stop! Damn! The bastard got away!
But the children are safe.
Good. You saved them, Haisme.
You know that I used to have a child of my own. My son. He was killed. I could not even protect my own flesh and blood. Who could call me a knight? Since then, I've wondered what I had left to live for, and found few answers.
Is that why you lived in such a dangerous place? That you might be...
We need to chase down Morris first. He said something kind of weird back there, didn't he?
Regarding the watchdogs, he said they gradually turned more horrific the more the monster grew.
Do you think that's the effect of the melancholia? I expect...
But why root all this in the basement of the lady's own domain? Clearly, someone is invested in Morris's effort.
I can't say for certain. Still, from the very beginning, this has felt beyond the realm of any sane, moral person.
And to think this started as a simple bounty contract. We've set foot in something far bigger, I think.
Let's get these poor youngsters back to Baden for now.
Sure.
You saved the wee ones' lives. We can't thank you enough.
It was thanks to your help.
I know this is difficult to hear, but Morris had a hand in this the whole time. He confessed as much to us.
Aye. I found out the man's been struggling to pay off all manner of gambling debts. I'll round up the guard and search the whole bloody castle.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you'd be outmatched. However, it would be a great help to us if your guards could prevent anyone from leaving the grounds.
Considering everything, I can't help but think the Lady Joanna's got to be in on this somehow.
But the woman is a respected sanctoress. Besides which, she's the one who funded the initial request.
I'll tell you this. Hard as we've looked, we can't find a sniff of Lady Joanna herself.
We're here for our own reasons. Whoever we find down there, we're not going to stay our blades. Any objections?
None for me. Do as you will, and I'll trust in Lady Joanna's innocence. Indeed, for all we know, the culprit may be holding her hostage.
I too have a score that needs settling. I cannot let these atrocities continue, especially not in my name. I believe in you.
Considering we're due in Oceania in a matter of days, we've little time.
Our foes may be strong, but they're also trapped like rats in the basement. We'll use the old well to get in and out.